Well, European leaders are meeting in Brussels this Thursday, the start of a two-day summit that's due to see them approve the bloc's next leaders. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is also in attendance. He's signing security agreements. Take a listen.
Today, Charles Michel, Ursula von der Leyen, and we signed the joint security commitments with the EU. Together with President Nausėda, I signed a security agreement between Ukraine and Lithuania. And together with Prime Minister Kallas, the security agreement between Ukraine and Estonia. And I invite everyone in Europe who is still on the sidelines of the security work to join us.
For the latest, we can cross now to Brussels and speak to our Europe editor, Armin Georgian. Armin, tell us more about this security deal.
Well, you've got to remember that the EU actually opened negotiations with Ukraine to join the EU only 2 days ago. So to build on that momentum, President Zelensky actually came to Brussels in person. He hasn't always been here. He's almost at every EU summit addressed leaders by video conference, but clearly given this very important step in the EU-Ukraine relationship 2 days ago, as I said, it was crucial for Zelensky to actually be here to take things forward and to sign the security agreement, which includes 9 main points. I'm not going to go through all of them, but it does include military aid, help to refugees, demining, civilian nuclear cooperation, and of course cooperation to help the whole membership process that the Ukrainian state is now firmly on. On the military aid, there is still an issue with Hungary, which is essentially blocking the money, the money that comes out of the European budget, on which Hungary does have a veto power. But when it comes to the windfalls on frozen assets, that, according to the European Commission legal service, Hungary cannot block. And so this is now actually already in the process of being disbursed to Ukraine, and that is something that President Zelensky said he was very grateful for when he was speaking just after signing this security pact.
And meanwhile, Armin, leaders are also expected to nominate the bloc's top leadership positions. Tell us more about what roles are on the table and then what happens next.
Well, there are 3 main jobs which are up for grabs. One is the head of this institution, the European Council, that is slated to go to Antonio Costa, the former Portuguese Prime Minister, himself a veteran of these EU councils, and obviously he knows other EU leaders extremely well, as does Kaja Kallas, the Estonian Prime Minister, who is slated to be the next High Representative for Foreign and Security Policy, and then we are likely to see Ursula von der Leyen reconfirmed in the post of President of the European Commission for the next 5-year mandate. That seems to be pretty much on track. The big question is, well, what will Giorgia Meloni, the Italian Prime Minister, do? Because she has clearly sent signals that she's not happy with this package of top jobs, because her political family, the European Conservatives and Reformists, did well in the European election, and it actually came in as 3rd place in the European Parliament. So she felt that the ECR should be better represented in this package of top jobs. Well, it isn't represented in that package of the top 3 jobs. So the question is, will Meloni actually veto the vote? Will she vote against? She cannot veto it because it's a majority vote. But it would be extremely rare historically to have a head of government actually vote against a package of top jobs like this, a top lineup. We'll have to see what happens later tonight. There's obviously going to be some sort of horse trading, and Meloni seems to be still angling for some powerful jobs and influence at the European Commission. Perhaps there could be some sort of deal to be done there, but as I said, we'll have to see. It could be a long night here, according to some EU leaders.